The views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the policy or position of ONTV's management, staff, or board of directors.
I was gonna come back for more, you dumb, dirty bitch. Why this bitch obsessed with me? I
Just don't understand.
You suck the dick
Right up my ass.
Who got the upper
hand.
I see why you ain't got no friends. You
Miss my fuck your man.
You stepped my burned out. Why she took her sister second hand?
Man.
I know you're out. You're reaching out. You need my
Name for clout.
That stanky pussy got you kicked out the
Kardashian house.
You hit my DM like no more. This song you tapping out.
Out.
I go rehab with this flow. Bitch, I'm blacking out. No, you not a model.
Give that flow back to Lotto. I know I was going to talk about her again.
I bet you were.
Because she back with another diss track.
Gotta turn you down a little bit.
Talking new.
We're back, y'all. We are back.
Talking new.
Doing what we do best.
Talking new. Yeah, Jason, you're off today.
That's how I'm working on the levels as we're doing it. Now, could you imagine if a penguin was, like went outside and there was like a duck and a swan and they were
Talking new.
had a microphone on and they were looking scantily clad and they were just
Talking new.
here it is Monday, the week after my birthday. Apparently I'm old as fuck now.
Talking new. And it is March 10th, you guys.
Yeah.
Monday, March 10th, 2025.
1 week after my birthday.
Is it 1 week? It's 10 days after your birthday.
And what's funny is
It's 2 weeks after his birthday.
hello everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another fabulous, spectacular, awesome episode of
Talking new.
where we talk live, unfiltered, uncut, unedited about whatever the fuck we want. Why? Because it's
Talking new. Sorry,
Exactly.
y'all. I had to get some of my coffee.
I am your host, Jason A., and this is my beautiful wife, Mrs. Kathy A. And basically, we're just going to get right into it. So 10 days ago, apparently, according to one of my friends, I am officially a legend.
Because he turned the big 5-0.
And officially, they're a comedian. They thought they were a comedian. So basically saying I'm old as dirt.
Well, I wouldn't say old as dirt. I think seasoned. You know, sometimes I look at
That's
my
true.
life and say, am I really 42? Because I don't feel that way.
Right.
You know, because I get around young people, I think, what's the difference between me and them? You know, when it comes down to the same stuff we all go through, except for
That's
I just
true.
have more wisdom.
That's true.
But it's really the fact of, oh my God, I am really this old. And I really have to face my realities. You ever notice that? Like
Yeah.
sometimes you're just like, when you feel them body aches, you really want to believe, oh, this is not really happening. But it really actually is,
Yeah.
only because your body is seasoned. It's seen a lot. Think about it.
Yeah.
You're 50. That means your body has 50 years of fun.
Wear and tear on my
Yes,
body.
But you got to think, so some of it's been fun. Some of it has been work. Some of it has been activities. Your body just has seen a lot. Just like I told Grandpa James that all the time when he says he's aching. I go, you've seen 96 years of stuff. And I've seen 42. But sometimes those body aches, you just want to deny them because it's like you want to, because your mind, my mind always feels 10 years old or 11.
Right.
Seriously, but until those body aches, you're just like, where are these body aches coming from? I'm only 11 years old.
When I remember working at my other job that I used to do when I was doing retail, and I remember all I did was I was putting away party bags, and all I did was just, I move fast, so my mind moves fast, my body sometimes doesn't catch up. So like I was doing the party bags, and I went to lean down to do the party bags, and like I twisted just slightly, and I felt like a fucking slinky because all of a sudden my shit was like, ah. So the crazy thing is like, so at my job I'm lifting like heavy, parts. And where it's at, like brake rotors and wheels. Some of the wheels are 50 to 60 pounds. Brake rotors are about 40, 50 pounds.
And I'm having a body ache as we speak in
Yeah.
my hip.
So I bought this thing on Amazon, which I think I'm going to get another one for home because it's very, very good. It's a lower lumbar back memory foam pillow. And they're only like 12 or 13 bucks on Amazon. So like they come in handy. I mean, I look like I got a fanny pack from the 80s on. All I need now is
But
a
it's
Miami
about
Vice scene.
comfort.
It is comfort. I don't give a shit what people think. Like
It is nowadays, y'all. It
They're
is
probably
about comfort.
snickering.
Like literally, I even have a blowjob pillow that I have to like.
blowjob pillow.
Yes, I do. Or a suck dick pillow. Knees be hurting on that floor now.
She
Now
has a
you
blowjob pillow and dick oil to masturbate someone. That's how you know we're getting old because
because
you
you
need
need
that.
comforts. You need comforts, and you can't just
Yes.
use anything.
Your dick needs comfort.
Like it does. That's what we call it, dick oil, y'all.
Yeah. It's a
It's
don't try to
it's a
copyright
nice...
it. It's patented. Dick oil. Dick oil.
But
By
it
Megan.
is about comfort, though, you guys. Like, as you get older, no, you're not having sex in the car anymore.
Well, you are, but you're gonna hurt afterwards.
Yeah, and it's gonna be uncomfortable. No, you're not just having sex anywhere all the time. No, you're not having it on top of a counter. You're not doing any of that stuff because that shit's uncomfortable. You like to have a nice bed or a nice spot on the floor, but like I said, I even have...
That hurt just thinking about.
See?
Ain't nobody fucking on a fucking kitchen sink anymore.
Yeah, ain't nobody doing that shit.
This ain't a
And
porn.
also too, like women, we are not crawling around the floor without something hurting. So it's
Well,
like
you
I said,
are, but you better get some knee pads.
Yes, correct. It's just like life ages
Like
you,
you're about
but
to
you
go
still.
ride a bike
But
outside,
it's all about comfort, having
riding
the
a bike
comfort.
and sucking dick.
It is. You gotta have a nice, comfortable bed, nice, comfortable pillows.
Man.
You gotta have all that comfort stuff. Even when it comes down to now, ladies, and this one's for the ladies. Y'all know y'all asses do not be washing y'all coochies with that fucking flowery shit no more. Y'all know that shit makes our shit fucking have yeast infections, BV, itchy, everything. You can't use smell goods down on the coochie area anymore like you could do when you were younger.
That's
When
true.
you were younger, you were putting perfume, powders, all types of overly smelling good products down there. And then you realize over time your coochie was on fire from that shit. Now it's like you fucking gotta use light soaps, specific ones that don't make your shit go on fire, water, washing a certain way. You can't use certain cloths down there. Everything changes with age. I
That's
remember when
true.
I could use Victoria's Secret shit down there. I could use Bath and Body Works, perfume, all that. Yeah, right. Not happening. Not happening at 42. Not happening. I got to be specific about what soaps I use down there. Even the water, y'all. Even certain like hard water can mess with it too. Like you have to be aware of all this stuff as you fucking get older. And that's it's so unsexy. But which one's worse? Itchy and scratchy and burning and irritation, or the things that are unsexy that
Well,
you
I
have to
also-
do to stay comfortable.
I also noticed though, like I have to do my stretches and shit now. So like when I go to the chiropractor, on the left side, it's like I'm bracing for him to pop my neck so it won't like loosen up. So he can only do the right side. The left side's like, nope, no motherfucker, it's not happening, not today.
And he's got to go to a chiropractor now to keep his body functioning and do
Yeah.
his stretches and stuff. I do yoga and working out. You have to do those things as you get older. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. When you're younger, you work out for looks. I remember when I was teaching aerobics, when I was in my 20s, I was 21, 22-ish. And I would be in the sauna listening to the older men talk
Right?
in the sauna. And I would just be in the corner just listening to them. And they would all talk about, cause they were all in their 40s and 50s then. And they're like, yeah, man, I remember I was back in my 20s. I should just do this shit just to fucking look good for the bitches and the hoes.
Right.
And I remember just giggling to myself. And they're like, now we got to do it just to fucking stay alive, to keep our bodies moving. And I remember giggling to myself saying, is that really true? But this giggling. But now I'm that age. I'm 42. And hell yeah, you got to fucking exercise to fucking keep your body moving. Or your body will fucking, I'm telling y'all, move your body. Because as you get older, this shit fucking stiffens up. You have to exercise
You
as a
do.
way of fucking life to keep
You
you
really do.
alive.
Trust me, I feel the same way.
You
like
do.
like honestly, like in the morning, I have to do those stretches now, like them yoga stretches that you be doing and shit, because if I don't, I'll be fucked up. Because we
I'm
work
telling you.
9-hour shifts during the week.
It
and-
stiffens your body,
Yeah.
gets stiff because it's like your body really wants to stiffen up. It's like you have to keep the flow of blood and air going through your body all day long.
Right.
And that's what exercise and stretching really, really does. Because even me being back into my yoga practice, I remember when I was doing it every single day for a whole year, and I was so fucking flexible and so strong with my big body.
Yeah.
But then I took that little break, those little breaks on and off, and that makes a huge difference because now I feel like I have to start all over again because your body, literally, that's what it does. If you stop something, your body goes right back to the beginning, and that sucks.
That's true.
It sucks.
And that's what
So
he said.
keep on flowing and exercising.
What's
you
funny
guys.
is that's what the chiropractor, shout out to Travis, Dr. Travis. At the end of the day, he said the same thing. He said you got to constantly exercise, you got to constantly stretch it out, because your body fights it.
Yep.
So basically, like I guess like your nervous system communicates to different parts of your body. So when your back is out of whack, like mine is, they say that it doesn't communicate as well. So the ideology behind it is that they take all that massage and all that
It's communication. It's really
yes.
your body communicating, saying, "Move. Let's move. Let's
Yes.
be free. Let's be,
Yep.
nicely tuned and oiled." Versus, let's say you don't, and your body's saying, "Shut down, shut
Yep.
down, shut down." It's either you're saying there's only two signals you can say. Because even this morning, like I admit, like I'm glad that I didn't have to go to training this morning, y'all. Because usually I go on Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays. My trainer is sick today. I took too many edibles last night. I couldn't even get out the bed even if I wanted to. I was
You could
so
tell, look at her
happy.
hair.
I was so happy when she texted me this morning saying that she was sick. Because that would have been rough getting out the bed.
Yeah.
I took too many.
Yeah.
I did. Took too many yesterday. I think it was because of the fact that I got home, did my yoga, and didn't even realize I took a whole one. Because a
Okay.
whole one's actually 2 portions.
Yeah.
But I was just distracted. I think I just popped in my mouth, had my glass of wine, and just went. And then I took another one before bed and didn't even think to cut it apart.
Okay.
That's why usually when I get a pack of edibles, you guys, I always take my little scissors and cut them apart and put them in their own separate baggie. But this time I didn't. Because sometimes I'm distracted. I'll just pop one in my mouth like it's nothing and don't realize it's 2 portions.
right.
So I'm still overly relaxed. I'm actually waiting for this shit to wear off. I'm still high, technically.
Well, let's see.
From last night.
10 days ago, I celebrated my birthday, and we went out to dinner and a movie. But before that, I went to Farmington Music, or not Farmington Music, Dearborn Music. And they got albums. They had the Kiss album. They had T-shirts. They had used CDs, cassettes, and DVDs. So I went out to Grand River, and they actually had a fucking music store, man. I was excited, dear.
Where? I
out
know.
there-
I know you just said Farmington.
Out there on Grand River, and there she is taking selfies of herself.
I gotta make sure I don't get the hair. My hair looks crazy.
Oh, I got the hair. I totally got.
Oh
your
my
hair.
God,
She looks like one of
Jason.
them trolls off the movie with Justin Timberlake. You know what I'm saying? Remember the trolls?
Trolls movie.
Yeah, the trolls. But no, so I went to Dearborn Music. I got me the Warriors DVD. I got a James Taylor Greatest Hits and the movie Heavy Metal movie soundtrack, as well as some old school gangster rap CDs. I got like New Jack City soundtrack. I got Menace to Society. What else did I get?
Give me a different face, honey.
And I got what was that other one? Oh, Low Down Dirty Shame with Keenan Ivory Wayans.
That was a good soundtrack.
Great movie too with Jada Pinkett. If you guys haven't seen it, you're clearly slipping.
It is so funny.
it's
It's
a
an old
hilarious
school
film.
90s movie, but it's so funny.
It's right before Jada Pinkett got railed in the next movie she did, which was called Jason's Lyric. Like it was a love movie. It was a tragic love movie, but she was.
Who just
yeah,
last night?
It was
Who?
a great movie.
Oh,
Actually.
you talked about Lady Gaga last night, didn't you? About
Yeah,
her
Lady
getting,
Gaga.
Who got railed? Who were
Okay,
you talking about last night?
So we were talking about Lady Gaga, everybody. Hold on. I'm trying to get there. We go. So we were talking about Lady Gaga last night at Saturday Night Live. She was hosting, and so they gave her the Raz Award, which is like for the worst film, which is Joker 2, which is a garbage fucking film. But she was getting fucked in the House of Gucci movie. Remember, Adam Driver was literally pile driving her on the fucking desk in his office. And then Joker 2, same thing. Joaquin Phoenix was fucking her in the jail cell. And that was a horrible movie. Like, I'm sorry, Lady Gaga needs to just stick to singing, in my opinion. Like, I'm not saying she can't act, but like, don't.
See, I like the way she acts because it's plain and simple, and the roles that she has gotten have fit her. Like,
Yeah.
the only one that I didn't see the Joker, but the ones that I did see, like the one with Bradley Cooper, that was a great movie to
A
me.
Star is Born.
That was
was a
more
remake.
tragic.
That was like a
I
remake,
know, but
though.
that was so tragic to me. But she acted so good in that.
Right.
That was so. You guys, oh, that movie was so
Well, Bradley
so
Cooper,
good because
though.
it was. If anybody has ever been with an alcoholic, that movie hit home. It really does because that's really how alcoholics really act. They disappear on you and be out on a little drinking binge. They will end up somewhere they have no idea, but they'll be just fine.
Yeah, that's true. Like a functioning alcoholic.
Yes. And like Bradley Cooper did. He would show up at his friend's house wouldn't know where, would just disappear, and you have to find them somewhere. That's how alcoholics are. And then also they will pee on themselves and not even realize it. Like,
Yep.
I have been there, done that. Like, that movie totally hit home.
And
Like,
he wrote like great songs. He just was getting fucked up a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of artists. If you think about it, Jimi Hendrix, same thing. You know, Jimi Hendrix wrote some great songs. Jim Morrison from The Doors, Kurt Cobain from Nirvana, even Tupac. You know, they wrote great songs, but they were always heavily under the influence of something.
But I know why that happens, though, because I have some of my greatest thoughts when I'm high. You can, because it loosens you up to be able to. This one guy put on TikTok, and I actually put on my TikTok page. He was like, "You gotta smoke weed. It keeps you relaxed and closer to the Lord. Because what do you think? It keeps you high, and isn't God higher?" And that's how
It's
weed
a
had.
religious experience.
Yes, it really is, and that's how people really think of it.
Well, that's
truly.
like the Door movie that we saw with Val Kilmer playing Jim Morrison. Remember they were tripping on
Mhm.
peyote and they were out in the desert?
But that's
Remember
real
that shit?
getting. That's a real connection with spirit, though.
Yeah.
Back in the days about the shamans and shit, honey, when you had the real grasses growing from the earth,
True.
not with pesticides and everything. That's how they used to heal people, honey.
Right.
Think about it. Back in the day, the shaman would come up to you and just be like, and just literally, they would take a smoke off of a tree, light that shit up, smoke it, and blow it on you. You'd be healed. That's how it used to be in the old days.
Now
I'm
you take a
telling
pill
ya.
or a shot or
Thank you.
acupuncture.
Correct. But back in the day, please. Even back in the 1600s, the women, cocaine used to be a regular old drug they used it for recreation.
Yeah.
They used it for all types of stuff. They put it in the food and everything. It wasn't a bad plant until
Yeah.
they started stomping on it.
That's
They were
true.
putting that shit in the food, up the nose, everything. I did a little research on it because I had
bet you
seen
did.
it. No, because I had seen it in Bridgington. And so, and how they were just, and I'm like, was it really this stuff back in the day? And they talked about it. Yes.
Right.
Cocaine used to be in everything. The reason why it stopped being in everything because people were getting too addicted to it. Because remember, we used to be in Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And that's when they stopped taking it out of stuff when they put it in because that was a commercial drink.
Mhm.
Back in the day, they would put it in all types of just crap.
Well, you remember we watched the documentary, The Food That Built America, and it actually talked about the guy that made Coca-Cola, and didn't he like pass away of
Yeah, because he
syphilis
was
or
high
something?
too.
But he was high, but didn't he like pass away of syphilis or something? And then like he sold the rights to the guy who
Yep.
bought the Coca-Cola company. So that was like some crazy shit because like that's like that movie we watched, The Founder, with Michael Keaton. He took over the McDonald's
That
family.
he just ripped that idea.
He
off.
ripped them. But I mean, he was.
But he wanted to expand, and
And they
that's the
didn't want
difference
to.
between
Yeah.
a person that is a small timer. They're okay with small time fame, and then he wanted big time fame.
They wanted.
His mind was bigger,
That's true.
And the sad part about it was it's just these men just all had different visions.
Well, the thing that I noticed is that when we watched the movie, like he basically wanted to he wanted them to switch over to the shake machine, the instant shake machine, and then he also wanted them to franchise. And if you remember the McDonald's family, they didn't want to do that. They wanted to just sell the idea of how to, set up their restaurant. And then he basically manipulated the McDonald brother to selling the last of the
Yep.
McDonald. Like he owns the McDonald's.
And took his woman too at the same note.
That's true. He did take the wife. That's some scandalous shit.
No, he really
Man.
showed. No, I'm around.
Wow.
I'm enough. Okay. Here's what I've noticed. See, the thing is, I was telling a client this the other day when I was doing my tarot card reading job. I really have so much experience with people. I've been in the people business 25 years.
That's true.
And men and women, but mainly men. Some men just see everything as a chess game. Some men are just better at it. If they can come in and steal your woman and steal your company, they're just a better player at life, and you're not. Men see it as a chess game completely. That's all I've ever seen it. When you really get around men and you hear them talk, I remember back in the day when my salon was just walk-ins only, and I would
Right.
hear the men talk, and it's always like a competitive type of thing. Completely. That's how men see it. Either you're the better player at life or you're not.
Okay.
Even you're like that, Jason.
Am I?
Yeah. Oh my God, you guys! If you guys ever knew my husband, like my husband's the most confident, cockiest person you ever meet in your life.
Cocky. What did you say? The most
Confident, cocky person you ever meet. Jason's a player. Jason is because he's got the determination of a player. He knows how to play in the game life, even through obstacles and things that were thrown his way, things that even.
Oh my goodness! Was there a lot of obstacles thrown our way? Holy,
And-
like a
but
fucking
Jason-
boomerang.
But Jason's here to play. Jason has a very strong determination, y'all. Yesterday, I'll give you an example of determination in my husband.
Oh goodness.
The hoodie. He has his hoodie. He's got the hoodie. Yesterday, what happened with the drawstring, honey?
So, one of my favorite hoodies that I wear, my Halloween hoodie with Michael Myers. The hole inside where the string comes through and feeds through the hoodie, the one side of the string went all inside the hoodie, and the other side was like hanging out real low.
Do you know most people would lose like concentration like me? I would just rip the whole thing out and be like, "Fuck it, who cares?" No, Jason has this determination. Oh, I'm gonna feed it. I'm gonna sift it through. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna get it out on the other side, and I'm keeping the hoodie exactly the way it is. And he sat there until he basically got it done, and then he asked for my help, and I had a better idea to get it out. But the whole point is, Jason has so much of a determination.
Say what?
You have so much of a determination.
Okay.
That we worked together to get this little piece of string out of this hoodie. Even though most people would have just pulled the damn thing out and said, "Fuck it, who cares?"
But here's my thing.
But
it was my
Jason
favorite
was like,
hoodie.
"No,
Right.
I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna feed this through. We're gonna feed it. We're gonna feed it. We're gonna feed it. We're gonna feed it. We're gonna feed it." And that's exactly what we did. But I came up with an idea to use a particular instrument to try to get it out, and we got it out. But that just shows, though, determination. In this world, you have to have the determination to play the game.
So here's the thing. I have a Halloween hoodie, and she was using a sucker. It was actually a dum-dum. It was a dum-dum.
Dum-dum, the stick from the dum-dum sucker.
A stick
Then I used the
and
pen.
pen.
But it got it out, though. I had a better idea.
I would have never thought of that, though.
But Jason would have taken his time until he got it out. He would have fed that thing for hours until that little
I don't know
piece of
about
string.
hours. I was getting pissed off. I was like, that's why I needed your help. And
But
I was like, this is some
you
bullshit.
still would have did it, honey. Even if it would have been hours later, you
would've.
said. Yes,
I would've.
yes, he would have. Yeah, y'all don't know him. He is so determined. And he doesn't believe anybody but himself.
That's not true.
Oh, my God, you guys. But I'm still coming back to that. Every man that has been a true player in this game of life, though, who has been successful, CEOs, everything. Have you read any of these books out here? I have. I watch a lot of like entrepreneur stuff that are men. And most of them will tell you, you can't believe nobody. You do have to believe only yourself, because when people try to tell you that your visions are small, but you believe they're big, you have to listen to just yourself.
That's true.
And Jason does not listen to nobody but himself. I'm so serious, y'all. You
I
can tell
do
Jason.
too listen to people.
You can tell Jason the sky is blue, and everybody knows the sky is blue. Jason be like, "No, it's not. Let me see for myself."
But it might not be blue today. It might,
But I'm
it
just-
might be
it's-
gray and beige.
See y'all, see. He doesn't. Even I just said that. I said the sky. It may not be, but that's how he will go fact to fact for you. Like, he needs to see the facts. Jason's not going to believe you. He is just not. Honestly, one of his arms could be falling off. Jason will be like, "No, it's not. No, it's not," until he has to physically see it, X-ray and all. You have to
It's
see
got
the
to be
fact.
surgically like attached
Hang-
back to me, because it'd be like dangling. I'd be like, it's not hanging. It's not.
He does not believe you. But that comes back to, he believes himself. He has to believe it for himself. He's not quick to listen to people.
But you
which
know-
is it's not a bad thing. It's really not. I've had to understand that listening to your own voice is crucial. You have to do that. You have to listen to you and the God inside of you. That's the whole point, is that he does not listen to anybody but himself.
But
and
honestly,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Not to get real deep on it, but there's a reason why. And honestly, I think it's because I didn't trust adults growing up, because I was always placed in dangerous situations with
by adults. And so
Yeah.
that's totally understandable.
Yeah, so that's honestly where it
Totally
came
understand.
from.
You're a kid who says, "I can't trust these older individuals.
Yeah.
They suck. Look
So
what
I
they've done to
questioned
me."
I
Yeah.
second guessed everybody and questioned them.
And then you said, "Fuck it. I won't believe them until I see it for myself, fact
Exact-
for fact."
But dude,
But
if you
there's
notice,
nothing wrong with that, because you took that smarts, though, because you were smart enough as a kid to not whitewash yourself, to not gaslight yourself. You saw for fact that these adults are dangerous, and you cannot believe them, because they will put you in a dangerous
they will.
situation. But do you know how many people, I didn't pick that up about my life till I was an adult, that adults are dangerous and I shouldn't have trusted the adults when I was a young kid. You had that off the rip. Period.
Well,
That's not a bad. That's not a bad thing.
I'll give you an example, not to go depressed on it, but like my mother's boyfriend Billy at the time, I remember he was giving me a noogie, and I told him to stop giving me a noogie, and he kept doing it, thinking it was funny, and I was, anyone knows what a noogie is? This where you like,
Hurt, like,
you do this thing
thing on
across
somebody's head.
the top of their head with your
Make a fist.
knuckles and your
Yep.
fists, and it's annoying. And I asked him to quit, and he wouldn't stop. So I punched him in the nuts, I think. And he picked me up and threw me outside on a trailer porch.
After
like
he
a
was
metal
annoying
grate.
you first. So as a
Yes.
kid, you would pick that up as, hold up, you're annoying me first, but the minute that I say no or put my boundary down, you want to throw
Yeah.
me across the room, but you started it first. So that starts distrust right there.
Yeah, well, no, he picked me up and dropped me on
That's
the
what I'm
fucking
saying.
grating of a porch.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you found it right there. Hold on.
Yeah.
He started it, but I defend myself, and then he
Yep.
wants to do something still hurtful to me.
Yep.
That you can't trust it. That I
And
would,
that's why I didn't really trust adults. And then you got to think about my mom. I didn't really trust her either because
but it's good
she
that
didn't.
you picked up on it early. For me, I brainwashed myself, whitewashed myself, gaslit myself until I was an adult to really see who adult, and it was more hurtful
Right.
as an because they say kids get past stuff. Even illness is easier. Like kids can bounce back.
They
You
can
still bounce
usually.
back.
Yeah, they
Me,
usually can.
it's hard to bounce back an adult when you realize certain shit is fucked up.
right.
For me, I was just like, oh no, adults are fine. They're good. They're brilliant. They're older than us. They know. Nope. And when I became an adult, it was like they were really all wrong. And that's a culture shock versus being a kid and saying
That's true.
you can, as a kid, you can like you did it. You went through life easier because even though you had hard times, everybody does. But
yeah.
you're very lighthearted because you figured out when you were a kid. Fuck these adults. These adults don't know shit. Me, I was an adult trying to figure it out. Like, are you serious? What do you mean? I was taught wrong. That means I gotta reteach myself. I'm too old to reteach myself. But
I don't know if you were that dramatic. with
but
it.
that's how I feel inside. That's how I feel on the inside. Like I'm too old to reteach myself. What do you mean these adults that I grew up with were wrong
right.
and everything they taught me was wrong? You're like, don't listen to nobody but yourself. Who cares?
Well, because here's the thing:
So
if you
easy hearted, so easy.
if you grow up without siblings like I did, I had no brothers or sisters. I had foster brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? So I never really learned how to have that same kind of interaction or to trust anyone because it was literally just me. So that's why I always had that selfish mentality of me is because that's who I had to look out for. Back
I
then.
wish I would have had that in general. I wished I would have had that because even when you have siblings, holy shit, my brother was always like that.
Yeah.
Always about himself. It does not fucking matter if you come from siblings or not because he was always about himself. So was Kimberly.
Yeah.
These two were, maybe because they're Taurus, these two were completely selfish individuals. So, and I grew up being told I had to give everything. But those two were so incredibly selfish, and my mom and dad fed into their selfishness.
Because they were selfish.
Yes. And so
your
like,
mom is very selfish.
oh my God, incredibly.
Incredible.
And so for me, but they kept telling me that I had to give. That's why I felt like when I got older, how much I was brainwashed because I'm like, they got to be as selfish as can be, but I was always taught I couldn't be selfish. I had to give, and that would be my reward. And then I got into the church, and they feed that concept even more that you're supposed to just sit there and suffer and give while everybody else gets to be selfish. Crazy. The world is crazy, you guys. Just nuts.
So another thing that we did for my birthday, back to what we were talking about, we
I
went to
don't even
dinner.
know.
We went to dinner and a movie,
I
but
know.
also we saw that movie Love Hurts.
Oh, you guys, that was funny. It was
and
slapstick funny.
I
I gave
don't-
it a B.
I don't know the actor's name, but I do know Sean Astin. I remember him, Sean Austin. I might be fucking his name up, butchering his name. But the Goonies. So the little Asian kid, he was in Goonies. He was the one who made the inventions in the movie, and then he also was in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And he's like the new karate star that's actually a really funny actor. So it was like a romantic comedy, action, and karate all mixed in
Yeah.
one. So it was really good.
I thought it was a good movie. I gave it a nice solid B.
And it had, I forget her name, something DeBose or Rose
I
or
have
something.
no idea.
But she
I
was
liked
from
the-
American Idol. She was one of the American Idols recently.
Really?
Yeah, I forget her name. Ariana DeBose or something. I think that's her name. Let me see.
I don't know, but I thought the movie was good.
Yeah,
I like the little romance.
it was good, honestly.
And the fact that the guy, all he wanted to do was get away from his brother and just lead a normal life and have his own accomplishments.
Yeah, Ariana DeBose, American actress
And
and singer.
I like the fact that the brother was just like, he made himself, he rode the bike every single day. Like, he had a simple life,
Yeah.
and he, even being a real estate agent, him being the top real estate agent, that was fulfilling to him, that he was having and accomplishing something of his own that was fulfilling to him versus just being a killer.
And we're not going to spoil it, but there is a plot twist of why he's a realtor.
Yes.
It's a great movie, though.
But
Great
it's-
movie. I like it.
I liked it. It was funny, and it gave us a little bit of romance, too, a little bit of true friendship, too. It was more sad when the
Yeah.
dude died, but he was like,
Yeah.
he took off his hat. He said, I know I'm not how this is going to go. Can I get that last drink?
Yeah.
He knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
But it was just like,
Spoiler alert, someone dies.
yeah,
We're not going to say who.
yeah. But it was just so nice, though. I thought it was a good movie. It was
And then
funny.
shout out to Gabe, man. Gabe hooked us up. We went out to Longhorn, and I believe he's a culinary chef manager, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. He's the kitchen manager there.
Yeah, the kitchen manager. And I went there. We got
Our dinner,
Got our
and
dinner, and the waiter was really cool. What was
and
our
he-
waiter's name?
I have no idea.
That's how we know we're getting old. We like forget
See,
shit.
like the little short.
But the waiter was really cool though. They gave us a nice little, some love on the bill, and so we gave them some love back. And I had, what was it, that caramel cheesecake? That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
And then I had the Longhorn and some asparagus, loaded baked potato soup. You had French onion, and what else did you have?
I had French onion, the filet mignon steak, and the thing is,
Yeah.
Y'all,
Man, it was so good.
I won't. Okay, I do love Longhorn. Me and Jason's favorite restaurant, that is. But I won't be going back there no time soon. You know why? Oh shit, my bad.
Why? Her phone's going off, y'all. Sorry about that. It's live.
Because
Probably a
my
fucking
steak is better.
telemarketer. Was it a telemarketer?
Yes, scam likely. Yes,
Hmm.
my steak is better now. My filet mignon steak is better. No, y'all, but
We're
y'all
still
don't
gonna
realize.
go to Longhorn.
Yes, I'm
though.
saying, but not as often because sometimes I'll go there because I want me a nice.
No, I like
medium
going out
steak.
to just go out in general.
I know, but for me, it would be about the steak.
You think so?
But now I
about
know
the
how to.
steak.
But you guys, I've practiced this. I have practiced for months now. Jason doesn't know this. He knows it now. But I would go to the meat market by my job on a Wednesday because that's Wednesday afternoons is my time off.
Oh, I know.
I
now,
would
'cause I
go-
go there with you once
yes.
in a while.
I would go get a little filet mignon steak and work these recipes from on the internet to get a perfect medium steak. And I had worked it for months and months and months and months of ruining good filet mignon steak trying
She
to
really
get.
did. She fucked up some shit. I remember one night she made some shit. It was real dry. I don't even think a dog would eat it. It was
But-
bad. It like dried
But
out.
that's me practicing.
Yeah, well,
So I
me.
had well, that
practicing-
too.
practicing
On you
me.
and me. But during the
Really
Wednesdays,
more
you
so
hadn't
me,
seen
though.
the other steaks that I had ruined.
It was really me though.
But-
Oh, for real? So you like bought some other shit while I
Yeah,
wasn't there and
yes,
ruined
had
it?
yes, and but but now I have perfected it. I have gotten it to the point where I'm like I enjoy my stuff.
Mm.
Look how long I had to teach myself because I'm determined. I'm tired of spending $30-$40 on a steak when you go out somewhere when I can get 2 steaks for $16-$17
Yeah.
and cook them at home, marinate them and everything. I even got the whole thing down to a T now.
Yeah.
But God, I ruined some steaks. But mine is better than Longhorns now. Mine is better.
Now, another thing we want to talk about. So I was reading in the article last night about how the car prices are going up. Everything's going up, right? They said that if the tariffs continue doing what they're doing, they said the price of a new car is going to be anywhere from $2,000 to $12,500, and they're basically adding the cost to the consumer.
Yeah, that's what tariffs are.
But here's my thing though. $2,000 to $12,500. It's only on certain cars and models, thank goodness. But it's still, that's a lot of fucking money. Like,
Yep.
think about it. Your car insurance, everybody that's listening to this show, think about it. Your car insurance, if you're lucky, might be less than $400, maybe. But the average car insurance is $600-$700 or more. Like, it's ridiculous. Who the fuck got money to pay $800 to $1,000 for a fucking car note?
And this is why. But the thing is, you got to realize
I'll ride a bike for
where
that
they're coming from,
happens.
and now they're saying purchasing for those who purchase vehicles, those who drive more than we do. Let's say you're a person who works all the way in Hamtramck and you live here in Pontiac. You can't lease because you drive too much. So you have to literally finance a car. And so hell yeah, it's way more money to finance because I looked into both options because
Yeah.
try to get us out of leasing.
Yeah.
It is cheaper to lease. You know,
I know.
it's cheaper to lease.
That's another thing.
That's
so
what's
they
so
said
crazy.
because people were switching from leases to used cars, it's driving up the fucking price up, the demand, and the supply is going down.
Because
So
people don't want to buy
$10,000 for a used car, I can't.
because people don't want to buy the newer versions, as though they're trying to go old to say maybe I can get it cheaper. But nope, it's not happening
because
that
these
way.
used car fucking salesmen are now being
Technically,
greedy.
what they really want is for people to stop driving as much and to lease. Because leasing is easier, but the thing is, you're
It's
stagnated
not
on
easier, though.
it's not because you're stagnated to a certain amount of miles. Like I buy the extra up front to put in our car note. Like
Honestly,
I buy 18,000 a year for us when we get our car note. I put the extras in there. The average car lease is only about 15,000 miles a
I
year.
think the only
but
thing
I
that's
always get
good-
the extra.
The thing that I think is honestly good about the lease is that you get the oil change. You can use your points
Yep.
and get your oil change.
And then
even
all
that
the
shit's
sup-
going up.
And then all the repairs are basically
Yeah.
non-existent because you give the car back within 2 to 3 years.
It's like trading it in and
Yeah.
they'll fix it up for you.
Yep.
So, but it's crazy because everything keeps going up. But my thing is cars. Like, what? How the fuck did we get to car notes being so high? And then used dealers, because I already know what it is. The used dealers are probably starting to form a monopoly, kind of like how Ticketmaster did.
Yeah.
That was another thing I was reading last night. I was researching because I was looking up tickets and I was trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with that Class A settlement or the court settlement that they're talking about doing with Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster literally owns all the fucking venues, basically Live Nation and Ticketmaster. So the reason why they get away with reselling and scalping tickets, like for example, I was gonna get some Weird Al tickets for Pine Knob, right? Well, people resold them, bought them, scalped them. Guess how much the motherfuckers are going for on the center pavilion now? A piece,
How much?
over $200. I'm like, if they don't get the fuck out of here, and I'm gonna fucking say it, that shit with Ticketmaster and Live Nation, fuck you guys, and shame on you guys for doing what you're doing, because online is horrible. People are like, oh, it's so convenient. It's really not. I meant to get some Nine Inch Nails tickets. I'll give you an example. I was trying to get some Nine Inch Nails tickets. I was going into the queue. It said there was 8,000 people in front of me. I'm like, okay, so I'm waiting. I finally get in there, and the only thing they had was some nosebleed seats, and they were like fucking almost, what was it, $65, $75 a piece?
Yeah,
I'm
people-
not going for fucking that much in a nosebleed seat so I can be way the fuck up in the air. Hell no. It might have a seagull or a pigeon going by and shit while we're up there. Like, it's not gonna happen. So, and then it's I get it. People are trying to make money on the consumer. But here's the thing I don't like. Back in the day, you used to go to Ticketmaster, you would go to the mall. For example, you would go to Great Lakes Crossing or you would go to some place mall and they had a Ticketmaster and they had a person. And you went there and you actually got your tickets. You get in line. Sometimes there might be 10 people, sometimes 4 people. Usually there wasn't that many people, which is part of the reason they went online with it. And it sucks. Shame on us people because we stopped going there. It was our fault why they did that shit because they said, oh, no one's coming in, so now we're going to do it online. And then they charge you convenience fees. And don't get me started on that shit, because what the fuck is convenience about an extra $150 a ticket? And that's what it is. Like, I was going to get Devo tickets, and the tickets are like fucking astronomical. So,
Human beings are the
old man ranting. But I'm serious. It's just fucking bullshit.
But no, you're right that people are the cause of a lot of this shit happening.
We are.
Just like, for
we
instance,
stopped going to get the tickets.
you know what? I'll give you another prime example to match that.
Okay.
You know, you're
Old
right
lady
because
ranting?
yes, hairdressing now. People are ripping hairdressers off and nail techs, eyelash techs, people of service off so badly that people are having to do deposits
Yeah.
to hold appointments. And the consumers is upset with us now as beauticians or service workers, or we'll call it that, service workers, those
Right.
who do services, because we are asking for deposits to hold the customer accountable to make sure they make their appointments.
Right.
Who did this, though? Who started ripping stylists off? Who started booking on people's books
That's true.
and not showing up for their appointments?
Yeah.
If you book out for a highlight and a cut, that's about a 4-hour service, and
Yeah.
then you'd not show up.
Yeah.
And they could be a service that might have cost $150 to $250. So you just ripped that stylist off by not showing up to your appointment.
Yeah.
And then you
people
wonder
don't
why you want
realize-
deposits. So many braids appointments. People doing the
Yep.
same thing. And now people are so bold that they're getting their stuff done then saying they don't have the money.
I'd fuck
And
somebody
then-
up.
Or they'll not purposely have it in their card. They're, oh, yeah, I'm going to put it in my card. And the card declines after the service is already done.
And you know what I'd do next time I see
And
them? I
people-
would cut their fucking hair right off.
And people are just acting like the consumer is acting playing the victim. It's all over TikTok and Instagram especially. The consumer is playing the victim. I don't understand what's going on with the hair. I'm so sick of these styles. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of that. Why are they asking for deposits? And all the stylists and service workers will all say, because you customers want to sit there and not show up for us.
Yeah.
And they'll say, well, this is not a real job anyways. Yes, it is, because your looks mean a lot to you.
Oh, I would have, man.
You'd
you're
be
nicer
surprised
than
how
I
many
am.
nasty comments people are
Fucker said
saying.
it ain't a
Your
job.
looks mean a lot to you. Think about it.
It
Your
is
looks
a job.
yes. And so making you look good is a job. Your looks mean a lot to you.
It is a job because what you do is
They
you're
don't
an
think
artist. You're
correct.
an actual artist.
And also, people are very vain. They care about their looks. And it's just like to try to tell people that, no, what I've figured out is this. People want, it's like they just want to monopolize on stuff.
Right.
They're the cause of it. The reason why people are asking, I didn't come from the generation where we asked for deposits.
Right.
Not ever.
That's
But now
true.
I have to do it in year 2025 because the people have gotten so bad at not being accountable for their appointment times.
Right.
And the thing is, we all got the idea from the doctor's office and the dentist's office.
Well, you guys.
Because the doctor's and the dentist's office been doing that for decades. Of if you
Years.
don't show up for your appointment, you're getting charged that $25 no-show fee. And it says all over there, now it's $50 fee. Back in the day, it was $25. And you would see that sign all over the place saying if you called no-show for a doctor's or dentist appointment, they would automatically charge you before you. And when you came in for your next appointment, it was on your name saying, before we can sign you in today, you have to pay this fee.
But there's a reason why it's important
But
to do
people
that.
did that.
There's a reason
to
why it's
themselves.
important to do that. And it goes right back to the people. Is because here's the thing. Your time is fucking money. And what you do is an art. And it is a job. So they can fuck off. Anyone that sits in a fucking salon all fucking day waiting for people to come in. That's why she does appointments. Because when she did the walk-ins, people would just come in last minute or do whatever they wanted and just come in and waste her fucking time. If you're in there for 8 hours or you're there for 7 hours or 6 hours, you want to make sure you got,
You have money coming in.
you got money coming in on the books. That's what chiropractors do. That's what dentists do. That's why they call you and remind you constantly. But at the end of the day, don't waste her fucking time. Like the other day, she had one of her regular clients come in. We won't say who, but they fucking wasted her time. She booked them out for 3 hours. They didn't fucking show up because their Uber didn't show up. Well, bitch, maybe hold yourself more accountable. At the end of the day,
You don't call me 15
You don't
minutes,
call me 15 minutes.
for the appointment saying that
yeah.
my Uber is going to be running late. Is it okay if I show up 30 minutes
No,
later?
it's
I'm
not
like, no.
fucking
I'm like,
okay.
I can't do that.
Like,
I go,
who the fuck calls 15 minutes before you're supposed to be in an appointment? That'd be like me calling and saying
and
I'm
then
late
saying,
for work.
can I show up a half hour later?
That's like when I
That's
worked.
somebody else's appointment now. I can't do that.
You remember when I worked in retail and motherfuckers would call literally at the time they were supposed to be there, talking about they were going to be late?
Yep.
Literally at the time they were supposed to be there. That's about
And
as
that's-
retarded.
And this is, like I said, this comes back to our point of this is human beings. The reason why all these new rules are coming out, all these new stipulations is because we as human beings got to fall into some type of order and be more respectful towards one another.
we got to do better.
And because we're not, now we have all these rules, and now it's not as easy to just go
Yeah.
in somewhere and get something done.
And that's anywhere, like to get your nails done, to
Yep.
get a massage done, anything that you do that's a service, you're going to wait in line.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And people act like they don't want to wait or they don't want to be held accountable. My thing is, I notice the difference between the walk-in customer, because I work at Great Clips, and my salon. And as I watch the difference between the people who make appointments versus the people who walk in,
Yeah.
walk-in people have this certain demanding personality. Like, I want something right here, right now, and you better give it to me.
Right.
The appointment customer knows I made this appointment. I booked out this time, so I already know I'm going to get it
Yep.
because I booked it out.
Yeah.
They have more of a peaceful, organized personality.
Their aura is different. When
Yes.
they go in, they know that they got that time
Yes,
booked
because
out.
they booked it out. They
They
took
don't
the
have to
time
rush.
to organize. This is what I want from Kathy. I booked this time. If I do somebody's color, somebody's haircut, I tell people most haircuts I book out 30 minutes, even though it might take me 15. But
Right.
I interact with conversation. I put conversation into that bunch.
Right.
So they know automatically that 30 minutes is their time with me.
Yeah.
They know it, so they come in with a different mentality. That walk-in customer, holy crap,
They're trying to rush.
they're mean,
Yep.
disrespectful. I felt sorry for one of my coworkers yesterday. This guy came in with his kid, and his kid had so many knots in the hair.
Yeah, you were telling me that.
And luckily, we don't have to do that anymore. But 10 years ago, you would have to sit there and comb out those knots, even if it took you a whole hour. And that was part of their policy of pleasing the customer. But nowadays, it's like, nope, if you're not coming in, if you're not willing to pay for the shampoo, if your hair is dirty and we can't get through it, we'll say we're not able to do it. Or if you're willing to pay for the shampoo, yada, yada, yada. Or if you've got knots, we send you home and say, you've got to detangle this person's hair and make it ready for a haircut, and we will be happy to serve you another time.
Right. But that also goes back to the parent. Like, they should be fucking making sure their kid looks proper when they get out.
But it still comes down to it's a walk-in place, and he still expected to de-knot his kid's hair and cut it and all this stuff.
For how much?
Literally for the $20 that he was 18 for the kid.
They can kick rocks with that shit.
But he had this demanding personality, but he was embarrassed because he did bring the kid and there was all these knots, but he was embarrassed but also demanding. Then you have more demand. We had 2 people come in. Like I said yesterday, we were busy from ding to dong. This guy comes in at 22 and he sees the waiting list already, which is the online check-in. And he looks at it and he sees there's like 5 people in line.
Right.
So at 4:40 and we close at 5. He's like, well, is there any way you guys can just squeeze us in? And Katie looked at him like,
do you see the people on the fucking list?
yes.
No.
And she looked at him and said, no, it's 4:40. We're done for the day. She looked him so glared in the face, like, because she was looking at him like,
the audacity, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's the mentality of the walk-in client. They just feel like, well, I can walk in all the way up to 4:59 and you're supposed to take me and treat me with as much intensive care as possible. Then I had another lady 2 weeks ago who did the same thing to me on a Tuesday night at Great Clips. She was like, she comes in, she puts her name on the online check-in at 6 o'clock. We have no problems with that. Our check-in goes all the way to 6:30.
Right.
She doesn't show up to 6:50. And she goes, oh, I finally made it here. She's kind of cynical about it. And then she goes, and then she sits down and I so how do you want your haircut today? Oh, I want a whole complete transformation. I want a stack bob. I go,
not for no $20, bitch.
Not even that. Not at 6:50. I said to her, ma'am, I can give you, I go, it's 6:50. We close at 7 o'clock and I've got other things to do. I go, unfortunately, I'm not able to do that particular haircut today, but I can do a nice 15-minute haircut. And she goes, really? She goes, but I was caught in traffic. I know life happens, but my life happens too right after at 7 o'clock.
And also,
I go,
so I can give you people know that you're running late. Don't just show up fucking.
Correct. She could have called and said I'm running behind, and I would have been like, okay, maybe.
Right.
But she wanted a whole transformation at 6:50.
Fuck out of here.
That's
Beyonce.
the walk-in clientele. She wants the same treatment she would get if she was booking out time versus
like,
when
nope.
she didn't book out, no time at all. You want to come in and get a transformation at 6:50. No, versus a basic. If you were coming in getting a basic trim or a basic, we have guys who come in with your haircut all the time.
Right.
And it's not a big deal. We're like, okay, because we know it's going to take 10 minutes. We know, we get it. So hell yeah, why not make that quick tip? But bitch, you knew you wanted a whole different look. And I had to end up telling her no. Well, she goes, what can you do in the next 10 minutes? I go, I can do a nice light trim for you. And she goes, oh, okay. And I'm like, ma'am,
okay, you showed up late, bitch.
Yeah. I'm sorry. People have to have a realistic point of view.
But also, before I forget, maybe Great Clips can institute a comb out fee that's in addition to the haircut. It's something to think about.
But they're not.
They might. If they get enough people that come in there looking all nappy and knotted up, they might do it. Do like a fucking
but nobody wants to. I don't even do that. I don't do it at my salon barely.
No, but I'm saying if they wanted to.
Because sometimes combing out knots can take you hours.
For real?
Yeah, because some people haven't combed their hair in months.
Like $50 a person to do it.
An hour. They can take. Sometimes people come in with such knots and stuff. Just like some dreadlocks, I won't even do. Some people don't get their fucking dreadlocks done, and they don't get it up for months, and then it's all matted together. It takes about 3 or 4 hours just to demat somebody's hair.
What it boils down to, y'all, is be better with people's time. Don't waste their time.
Correct.
And then also, here's the thing with retail and service industry. You guys know how we feel about the tip culture because we both work in service industry as well.
I am tired of the tip culture.
I'm tired of the tip culture because here's my thing. Yesterday, she got, a few dollars in tips. This one guy tipped her $2, 10%, which, whatever. And then I got a fucking dollar. A motherfucking
Yesterday
dollar. I really want to tell this bitch, I wish I knew who dropped the fucking dollar in the jar because I'd be like, obviously, you need this dollar more than me. Why don't you take this shit to Dollar Tree? Well, you can't get shit for $1 anymore. But just keep it. I don't need your fucking dollar. Like, if I go to a strip club, what am I going to do? Take the dollar and fucking split it in fours and throw it to the stripper? Like, it doesn't work.
I just feel like the tip culture is just getting to be too much. And I'm telling people, even on TikTok, people are talking about it. Like, y'all, yes, I'm a TikTok person. You know why I'm a TikTok person? Because
Why?
it's the only app where real life people can interact. Think about it. We are all in real life, real time. Facebook is not. Facebook shows you shit from 5 days ago. You know, it's not in real life, real time versus like TikTok. And all of us are talking on TikTok like we're sick of the tipping culture. Just put the fucking tip in your cost and your price.
Do something, cause here's the thing, a
People are
motherfucker
just-
tips $1. One time we got 50 cents. What the fuck is 50 cents? This ain't 1922. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like just don't do it. If you're
Like,
gonna
what
tip
are you
that
gonna?
low, just don't
What can
do
you
it.
get for 50 cents? Nothing. There's no fucking quarter gum anymore. Shit's like $2 or $3 when you go
I
to the gas
know.
station for fucking gum. Gum used to be like $1 or 75 or a quarter or 75
It's
cents.
true. Nothing is. I just feel like the tipping culture is getting to be too much. It's everywhere.
They need to just get rid of
It's-
the tipping culture.
Yeah, honestly.
Because here's the thing: if I go to fucking get service somewhere, and they expect me to tip them, you better fucking get my order right.
Thank you.
Don't fuck my shit up.
And
If-
they're
if I
getting
say,
people's orders wrong, and then they still want to put that tip thing in front of you and be
Yeah.
like, "Oh,"
but then they fuck your order up. So
and
when you
I don't
drive
like
away,
the tip percentages
Ooh.
now. The tip percentages are what is it, 18, 22, and 25. So you're telling me that I'm already going to a high ass restaurant
Then I'm getting shitty service.
or takeout place. Let's go takeout. That's
Yep.
not restaurant because restaurant's a little bit different because servers only get paid $2 or $3. Fine. Let's go to a regular carryout place. You didn't do anything to my food, especially if I order it. Like for instance, the Chinese place I go to, I don't have any specifics, and I know all their stuff is already pre-made, pre-prepped, everything. That's how they keep it going.
Right.
I didn't do anything specific. I wasn't a vegan asking for non-dairy this or can you put this on? I know. I just asked for my orange chicken meal. That's it. Why should I tip you 25% for just scooping my food into the container and putting it in a bag and handing it to me? And actually, the cook is doing that. So as the person taking the order, I didn't ask for any specifics. I wasn't picky. I wasn't just give me my food.
Well, technically, here's the thing with that. And I went to a restaurant one time. I forget where. I think it was Spargo's or something out in Birmingham or something out in Woodward. And I remember I got steak and eggs, and I was driving a cab back in the day. And I went in there, and I tipped the cook $5. That's different. Now, if you wanted to tip the cook,
That's true.
because you chose to,
Just-
because
yep.
you had good service. Now it's like expected.
Yep.
So
Gimme.
everywhere you fucking go, it's a motherfucking tip. Or they're like, do you want to put $1 for this or $1 for that?
People
know-
don't want to pay any more extra money when they go someplace. Just either put it like first me. People ask me all the time, about at my salon, do I expect tips? I'm like, honestly, where I work at, I kind of stopped that years ago. So I just put my extra little 20% into the price.
Yeah.
So people hand me $25, which is how much my haircuts are. 20. I don't be like, oh my god. Back in the day, I used to
right.
be upset.
Right.
But until I got to the epiphany of, bitch, don't just put it in your price.
Right.
Just put it in your price. Call it a day.
That's true.
Then you don't have to treat people a certain way. People just put it into your price because at the end of the day, a lot of people just want to go and pay their price and be done. They don't want to do extra and extra and extra and extra everywhere they go. I feel like with Starbucks, instead of putting a tip thing up for the
Fuck
customer,
Starbucks.
then guess what? Up your price on the drinks and then hand that last little bit and give your employees a raise then.
And here's my thing with Starbucks, and I'll leave it at this. And before we end the show today, fuck that. I'm not paying almost $10 for a fucking coffee. I'm just not doing it anymore. I won't do it.
I know.
I won't do it. Like
It's
we went
high.
to what was it? Big B's.
Big B.
Big B's is decent, because if you spend $10 or $12, you're gonna get 2 drinks.
And also too, they have so many deals for during the week.
Yeah,
Like,
but
where
you go to
can,
Starbucks, it's like fucking $15.
Yeah, and there's
for
no
2
deals
drinks.
during the week. They don't do any like incentives. Like Big B,
They don't let you
like
use
they'll
the
give you
bathroom.
half off on like
Yeah.
stuff on Wednesday. They give you a deal to make you feel like you're getting something out of it.
And they kick you out. And I'll leave it at this, and this is true. When back in the day before COVID, you used to be able to use their bathroom. You used to come in there. I used to do video editing and stuff for my videos. Not anymore. They actually don't let you sit in there anymore. They actually took the chairs and couches, most of the tables and shit out of there. So when you go in there and they're trying to use it, space and separation and whatever. And no, they're trying to get people in and out. Let's get your fucking money, make your shitty coffee, and
Yeah.
then you get on your fucking way.
Yep, they don't
Like,
want anybody in
what?
there. Somebody actually just made a video about that on TikTok. He was in a Starbucks. He bought a coffee, and the employer thought that he was in there too long, even though he bought a coffee hours
Yeah.
before that. But he was on his computer, on his phone, and they came up to him and he videotaped it. And then he's like, well, let me talk to your franchisee. He's like, I bought a coffee. Why can't I be in here? He's like, well, you've been in here too long, and our company doesn't so and so blah 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 anymore. And he's like, but I bought something. I'm still a consumer, but you've been in here and you haven't bought anything. They're trying to time you and shit.
Was it a profile? Was it like
it was just the fact
snobby
of
ass like barista?
yeah, snobby barista, basically saying the person was in there too long. And because of the new so-called rules and laws that they don't let people use their bathrooms and stuff unless they're a
Which
paying
is some
customer.
bullshit. Here's my thing. If you got to go to the bathroom, and I remember when we went to the fucking casino, and my wife had to use the bathroom, and we couldn't get anywhere into the bathroom. Like, we went to fucking White Castle, and of course,
And
yeah,
the laundromat. Laundromat,
the
I just went
laundromat.
there. I was just
Yeah.
like, screw it. I'm like,
the laundromat let you go. I
Yeah.
remember.
and I'm just like,
But how the
This is-
fuck do you have a public establishment
Yeah.
and you don't allow people to go in the
use the
bathroom?
bathroom.
Like, I'm sorry, not everyone's trying to shoot up and pass out in your fucking bathroom. People actually got to go to the bathroom,
yep.
you know? And with that, y'all, be kind to each other, man, and stop wasting people's time. Like, like, bottom line is, this tip culture is getting way out of hand. It's been out of hand. And I say, fuck the tip culture. For what? So someone can give you 50 cents and smile in your fucking face? And with that, we're out of here, y'all. See you possibly next week. We might be back next week, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
If I don't have anything to do on a Monday.
Y'all have a great day. Enjoy this day. It's supposed to be really nice out
60
today.
degrees.
And
and
with
sunny.
that, we're out of here, y'all. So have a good
day. Bye-bye.
one. This has been another fantastic episode of
Talking news.
where we talked about everything but fuck tip culture, Starbucks, and
Talking news.
and all kinds of things. Ticketmaster, Live Nation, and
Talking news.
high-ass car prices. I mean, shit, pretty soon they're going to be robbing car dealers. And
I know. Talking news.
exactly, robbing them and talking nude. It fucked you up.
Talking news.
Oh, y'all have a great week, man.
Have a good day, you guys.
We love you guys.
Enjoy.
Fuck Starbucks, McDonald's, and Ronald McDonald.